Okay, bringing it back for episode 29 of the Necro-Schall Base of Fives. This is probably likely to be the last of the episodes of this series. Nice to see the UPS is stable. Previously it kinda wasn't, but whatever, that's all a bit weird. In between, I visited the various wall sections and gave them like bots and repair packs and walls and stuff like that, so they're pretty happy now. I'm getting through the last of the atomic bomb research, and then also put together this little assembly thing for processing medium worms and small worms and corpses and yeah, all the other things that aren't really biters that we only get when we push nests and stuff, and may as well kick these off because I'm pretty sure we got some of these right, and then we're just going to request a bunch of each of them and process them out of the network and then just throw away the components because I'm pretty sure some of these give us. Yeah, so the bones and the flesh are just going to get taken by logistics bots to the main build, or the goop processing build down south, and then this worm chitin I actually kind of want to do. Do I want artillery research at all? I don't think we do. Just go to, yeah, for even without artillery research, today's little project is going to be, that's not what the key I wanted. I'm playing around with these fireball artillery towers because we made the ammunition for them last time. They're kind of strong. We're going to go kick over some nests. We've got this ammunition getting upgraded as well. We've just built nukes. The other thing I have on me is I'm pretty sure I have, got the stuff together to build a personal roboport Mark II, so that's going to be a thing we can do there. And then this wants to be making us. This stuff needs the worm chitin stone wall. So let's make that, which requires the worm chitin, which is one of the things we get out of each of these things. So we've already got. Oh, I can do that myself. I just need steel and red chips. Okay, you're still in to do this though. You want to request some of the stuff. I don't really care how much. And then, how many of these things do I want? Who knows? We'll just do that. We'll do some of this kind of business, and we'll come back later and pick some of that up. But we want. Oh, we've got more walls here even. Could have done that differently as well. Yeah, that's the UPS hit I was kind of expecting. So if we grab some red chips. And then, steel is here, and steel is also here. So now we can make 9 of these things. I probably want like 12, I guess, but the thing I've actually run out of at the moment is gun turrets. And I don't know that I'm automating gun turrets anywhere. I might have a couple of gun turrets up here. There's another 50 gun turrets in that box. Okay, so let's go and get those gun turrets. Actually, let's run around and get the other things I was also going to handcraft first. Yeah, some of the stuff is kind of slow. It's generally pretty fine. The thing I did want, given that we've just finished the nuclear research, is all of this stuff. And I've got. How many rockets is this worth? So we're at 30 highly enriched uranium per rocket, and we've got 540 of these things, so 600 would be 20 rockets. So actually we actually want to give one of these back, and then that's going to be enough for 18 rockets, right? Okay, so let's go and get 18 rockets worth of extra stuff. I'll just dump that in the handcrafting queue because that's how that's going to work. 18 rockets worth of stuff is going to be all of these, except give 2 back. Yeah, 18 stacks of that, and then we just need a lot of explosives. Yeah, we'll just run across these tracks here, it'll be fine. And I think also, oh yeah, how many landmines do I have? Let's get a bunch of landmines, they'll be vaguely useful. Let's do it this way around. Give me all of them, make 18, and then have all of them back, and then just go back to limiting the explosives, because I kinda. Come on, there we go. Kind of really don't care about explosives at that point. Then I wanted, gun turrets. Gun turrets are going to be up here somewhere. I just checked and saw that I had them in the train, and then they will be near the train. I'm over here. Oh, with a lot more stuff. Yeah, let's. I don't think I'm going to need these rockets much. In fact, am I using those rockets at all? I don't think I am. So let's get rid of these rockets. Do I need the grenades? Maybe some grenades. Landmine's going to be useful. Bots continuing to bring these things because I've got them in storage somewhere, but with those... Can I now make more of these things? No, I need more steel. Okay. I guess we swing back that way to get the rest of the ammunition, which is probably still sitting around. Yeah, sitting around here. Another 16 of these things. That box doesn't need to exist anymore. But otherwise, yeah, we've actually got about the right number of labs to be progressing mining productivity at the rate we want, which is kind of nice. Don't have all the UPS though. Anyway, get all of these things. Oh, steel was what I wanted, wasn't it? Probably the lodger bots have brought more steel down here because we're feeding steel in from the other outpost. Now, if I've got 9, 10, 11, 12, and then I kind of don't want... I reckon 12 is going to be fine. Like, 12 is going to be a lot of stuff, and then I've got more worm cutting than I want. Okay, whatever. Oh yeah, I've got the robot now. Yeah, so still have solar panels. Huh. Don't really need the worm cutting. There's actually a lot of stuff here I don't need. Let's tab off the rocket launcher because it's going to get a nuke in it soon, which is going to be not a thing I want. I don't actually care about these at all. This was only ever to be able to build these artillery turrets, so you can have this back. I don't think I need the wall. And then the question is, do I have everything I want to just go and be a giant nuisance to all of these biters? And I think there's other things that I also don't need, which will free up inventory space. Red chips I won't need. Fish will be useful. I've got all of this ammo, which is already more than I need. Like, if we throw this in here, I'm doing over 100 damage per bullet, so that's going to be fine, and we're not even going to lean on those a whole lot anyway. I don't even think I need all the blueprints at this stage, so let's actually, rather than having them somewhere randomly in storage, let's actually pay attention to which of the boxes these blueprints go into. Yeah, don't need those guys either at this point. Got a lot of ammunition, don't have a lot of flamethrower fuel, won't need it. Landfill and then the other bullets are going to be the things that I want. And also, I've got this for train fuel. Let's get some more train fuel as well, because the first leg of this is going to be going somewhere with a train. But just one of them. Yeah, just one of those. And then landfill is also going to be over by the mixed build, so let's wander over and do that. Yeah, we'll just run through here, be fine. Yeah, there's... yeah, a lot of these guys are off at the moment because I'm not getting all that much uranium through, because the mixed build is slow because I'm running down some of the buffers, but that's also okay, and is also kind of by design. Let's get that much landfill, and then more repair packs was also a thing I wanted, and then more solid fuel for train fuel, both of which are going to be back up here by kind of the main I'm going somewhere getting stuff done train. Yeah, base is more or less ticking over nicely. Haven't even put the blue belt there, was going to do that later. It's all kind of fine, and then the question is, where do we even start with the pushing? And I think I might start down here, because these guys are, like, this guy's complaining about not having repair packs, and that's also a nice quick demonstration of stuff right there of, what's I looking for, solid fuel, of how all of this is going to work. And then also, did I want some cliff explosives? Maybe. Repair packs was the thing I wanted. So yeah, so the thing to note about this is then, yeah, the last thing we want is to head back down to the ammunition build we put last time. Yeah, this train is going to have to come back, but should do that pretty quickly, otherwise we're going to get stopped over here, but that's also fine. Is to pick up some ammunition that from the build that we made last time. All of this stuff. Yeah, because we want these things. Yeah, you're getting so many of these things, and I really don't need that much at all. That's a huge amount of stuff. And then, how many of these builds do I have? Another, yeah, a lot of those as well. Okay. Let's get rid of those. Let's put that there. won't need any of these things at all, really. Probably should have kept the deconstruction planner for landmines, maybe? Never mind. Let's just go somewhere and cause a bit of a nuisance, because I'm pretty sure at this point I have everything I want to just be a real mess for the biters. I'm starting with down here. And yeah, these... So the differences between the uranium ammo is... This doesn't include the gun turret upgrades. So this is about... I think we were looking at about half of what we were... Like, when I was looking at it in the turret, these were like just a bit over 100, weren't they? And then these ones are... Yeah, slightly less in physical damage, but then also the same amount in both poison and explosion damage. I don't think it's an AoE thing, I think it's just single target explosion damage, but whatever. But the thing about the issue with that is neither poison nor explosion are resistances that biters have. I don't think so anyway, at least not with... Yeah, we'll have to probably... I mean, we'll find some in a bit. It'll be fine. We'll examine whether or not they actually have the resistances that I don't think they do. But it means those bullets are pretty good at stuff. Apparently I burnt down that tree. Yeah, so we're just going to wander out here without... Did I put my... Yeah, I did put the... I did put the rubber port in because I put the solar panels elsewhere. Okay, so... yeah, then we're also building these fireball towers, and the reason why I put a personal roboport in, and also why we've got all of this stuff, is fireball towers are basically an artillery piece. They don't have great range. I think with the artillery shell range... Yeah, so the artillery shell range also affects the fireball tower, which is, you know, very strong. The shooting speed doesn't, but that's fine. But also the fireball artillery we got, it's going to be all the way down here somewhere, isn't it? Fireball artillery tower. Yeah, this didn't even need yellow science. We just got this with blue science, and then we built it without any of the yellow science thing. So this is accessible extremely early, and is kind of a short range artillery tower. But the thing I want to do is, yeah, let's not even... I made 12 of these things, didn't I? And I'm still making more. Fine. Let's do something like... Make it like a little pocket, like we're playing American football or some weird sport like that, and then just grab that as a blueprint. And yeah, because now my bots can put that anywhere, so I can move around pretty quickly. And I actually wanted... Let's have a deletion planner. And yeah, I can see a bunch of guys. In fact, let's just, like, while we're doing this, I may as well at least set this up. And then this ammunition I'm also going to need somewhere. And this is the other wild thing about this ammunition type, is it stacks in huge amounts that artillery doesn't. It's also, like, throw some of these guys around. So we're going to be completely fine. And these guys are straight up just shelling the base. And it does fire damage, it does AoE damage. It puts a bit of damage on biters, but not a whole lot. And I don't think one of these guys will hold still. Yeah, has resistances to explosion. Oh, so spitters have resistances to explosive damage. None of them have resistances to poison damage. But yeah, we're now just shelling the space. And I should... Yeah, they're running into the landmines that I put down, which is fine. I should probably have... Yeah, this deconstruction planner, I wanted to take away gun turrets, which I've put down, and then also the fireball artillery towers, which I've put down, and then also ghosts, and also landmines. And then this... Yeah, this deconstruction planner is one I can use to have... So, okay, so first of all, I don't want to be taking the bots to be taking the ammo out of this thing. Are these guys all done? Let's go and check that they're actually done. All the bots put all the landmines back. Yeah, that was not entirely surprising. Yeah, because now... Why is... Oh, yeah, okay, fine. picking up junk. Picking up junk is going to be an issue at this point until I actually free some of my inventory from the large amount of just stuff that I have sitting around. So yeah, so we can pick those up pretty easily. These guys over here are... Oh yeah, let's turn the bots off. Because mostly we just want to get these guys over these landmines so that they don't exist anymore. The behemoths, even... How much damage are my landmines doing? 500 damage, sure, and also a stun. And so yeah, so that's... If we give it to all of these, the ghosts go away, and then... Yeah, then I also don't want... Yeah, cool. Where's this box? We're gonna need... I'm gonna need more boxes, aren't I? Because I'm always gonna be running over this junk and picking it up. Oh well. Yeah, so that's that base gone, and that was pretty straightforward. And with these two blueprints, I can, and the car, and then a lot of ammunition, and then more ammunition, and then a huge amount of ammunition, we can just run around and do a bunch of this. At which point, you know, I can pretty much do whatever I want on this map. So we're bringing the car back and just driving around and doing stuff. Did I have? I did have a bit more junk. Whatever. I'm going to get more junk later. Yeah, so we'll drive around a bit. We'll shoot up some bases. I've even got the nukes getting produced at the moment as well. Yeah, let's turn the bots off. How do I? Okay, fine. I guess we're actually just walking through some of this. I mean, we got a lot of legs as well, so it's no real. I'm going to be pretty apathetic about this, and there's a decent chance that I actually die because I'm just complacent. But we can put this like here, and turn the bots back on, and they'll do all of that for us, which is nice. And then we can just like load all of these things, and then just like load all of these things. Let's try it without landmines, and see. Yeah, first of all, just like. These things do a vast amount of damage, and they also do quite a bit of damage to the biters that are collecting around them. We'll see behemoth mirror biter, behemoth ceramic spider, yeah. So yeah, this AoE damage is hitting the spitters that are trying to group up as they're trying to do a thing. I'm going to throw a couple of grenades at this because I haven't used these grenades for a while. And UPS is apparently a bit of a concern. Yeah, so there's these guys just going away now, and we don't even really need to care. Those grenades still pretty good, and then these turrets also pretty good. Even with this isn't even with the Necro-Schall ammo. This is just regular ammo, regular green ammo, and a bunch of turret upgrades. I do have range over clearing that entire base, so that's fine. I could actually. I've got more of these now, don't I? So then let's also have this kind of madness. Oh, there's another base. Yeah, we'll have that instead. And then put this blueprint. It's actually not stand where we might get shot. Yeah, take some damage. So this is also why I've got 1,000 landmines. This one doesn't need to exist. This one, which is the slightly larger one, can go here. And yeah, then I guess we just like keep loading these things. Things I don't need, and that's actually that they've stopped firing. So that looks like there was an expansion. Oh no, there wasn't an expansion over here. There was just a bunch of worms that I didn't care about. And then this is that area is clear. And so the reason why I have the rubber ports is that this is like pretty standard bot mechanics. Is I'm really fast at taking the ammo out, and then they're really fast at picking up the turrets. So we just go and do all of that, and together, that's all fine. So that's dealt with. Let's wander over here and just like knock over these guys. Because we've even haven't used the shotgun in a while actually. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the ground that I'm going to ignore. These guys are also just here in a way that I shall ignore. And we're just going to go, throw this guy down like here. Cool. And then ammunition. Something's beeping somewhere, and none of this is a real concern to me because I can just do this kind of stuff. Let's also... Is this out of worm range is the question. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. No, some of these spitters saw me put the stuff down. So, oh well. But as long as they're also... I mean, if they're trying to form a retaliatory group here, that's too close to where my position is they're never actually going to get into any numbers which are a concern anyway. And then they're also taking all this AoE damage from this extremely strong AoE artillery I'm throwing out. You know, this is clearing large chunks of stuff. These guys are running at me, which is fine. They're going to run into some landmines, and then I've got the guns behind that as well. So that's all pretty fine. Oh, there's another group pathing through the trees. That's pretty exciting. Oh, my bots are putting the landmines back. They're flanking me. How very clever of them. The thing is, though, I can just take all of that and, yeah, get rid of all of this stuff and just run away. And they're even going a different direction. They're going to... Where are they even going? Are they... Don't know if they're an attack group, don't know if they're like an expansion group, also kind of don't care. They're going to be fine. Pick all these things up. Put a car somewhere. Drive away and find another bunch of biters to go and clear out again. And I think the UPS is already looking a little bit better, and I think the UPS will probably get better as the episode develops, because I think it's the biters. It's cannot insert car. That's a pain. I think it's likely to be the biters all pathing in through the vast amount of pollution that we're putting all over the place. That is causing the UPS issues. So let's get the car back off the ground because we dropped it over there. But when I've picked it up again, and yeah, all these guys just got shelled really quickly. And then I'm also attacking something on the other side as well. So, you know, these gun turrets, pretty effective. Let's continue to put... Yeah, let's just do this thing, because this is going to be completely fine. And then let's also... These guys are going to be attacking me from somewhere, and then I've got, like, that's also why I've got the deletion planner, so that I can just pick all that stuff up pretty easily. And yeah, half the space is in range. So some of these guys might end up attacking... I mean, I'm polluting the space anyway, right? I am, with a 5% pollution dispersion modifier, attacking every base. But that's okay. That's why this thing looks like it does. And then rockets are... Still waiting on rocket fuel, which is okay, but we've still got some of that going, which is fine. Then it's a light fuel issue, which is me not actually making enough... it's going to be me not making enough light oil because the gas has stopped, because the mix build is stopped, because I'm... What are these guys doing? Whatever they want. Don't care. Yeah, because I'm running down... I'm not really using all this gas to be making plastic to make red chips or LDS, because I'm still running these buffers down, which means I've got an oversupply of gas, which is an interesting problem to have, but never mind, I don't even think I care. These guys are struggling with the landmines, which is fine. We can start to get some of these out, because this direction doesn't matter as much. Give me all these things back as well. Bots, help me with this. Are you guys all just confused? What's going on? I think they're all just dead, aren't they? Okay, fine. Oh no, there was someone doing a thing. Is there? Oh no, there's actually... Okay, there's some dudes in there that were confused about which direction they were trying to go, which is also just fine. Yeah, we're gonna pack up and actually move a little bit closer, because there's still a decent sized chunk of base there to deal with. But let's just at least stand in the middle of the things that the bots are trying to recover, because that'll make that happen a little bit faster. And then there's this one. Yeah, and then I've got, yeah, I'm probably gonna need to collect a bunch of trees and make some wooden boxes just to get all of that junk out of my inventory. So we clipped off, we killed some of the space, didn't we? Yeah, and then there's also still quite a bit more base. So we're gonna do this again. Bot's gonna help me with that. Still building the nukes, don't even need the nukes yet. I don't know why I keep going back to the inventory for this ammunition, because it's on the hotbar now, it's hotkey 4. In fact, I'm not going to need that. Okay, so that's... In fact, I'm not going to need the repair tools either, because bots are going to be doing that for me. Let's get stuck on a thing. We'll add some more landmines, because, you know, we got a lot of landmines, and they're still pretty effective against every kind of biter we're looking at the moment. You know, they'll do a lot of damage to these guys, and they'll also stun. This is a medium biter I've moused over. The big biters are still... Big ceramics biter. I was expecting them to have more health. I mean, okay, I also just shelled them with an AoE artillery, and dude died, so whatever. But these guys are going to run at me and probably be completely fine, because I've got the landmines and also the guns behind it, and then also nukes that I'm not using, so let's just see what these guys do. It's almost certainly fine. It is indeed quite fine. And these guys are forgetting what they're doing. Somehow. I mean, they seem to be forgetting that maybe there's a... Because usually they're just path towards whatever is attacking their nest. Maybe the issue is that there's so little nest left that they can't figure out what that is. Who knows? Anyway, let's... Yeah, so we're getting some more attack groups down here. Let's add some more landmines in this direction. Oh, bots are doing all that, aren't they? Yeah, we'll turn off the bots because we'd rather not lose the bots. Those ones apparently hadn't set and weren't invisible yet, but it's fine because everything else is still just going fine. We've got... Oh yeah. We've got a bit more work to do with... They're all shooting the same thing though, which is a bit of a shame. Because it's more than enough damage to one-shot a thing. But they're not... I think artillery turrets do a thing where they will at least spread out their fire, whereas these things are doing... What is this? Damage, 300 fire damage, another 150-ish fire damage and area effect, and then another 60-ish explosion damage, and I've actually cleared all the nests off the screen, so I can't actually tell what their resistances are at the moment. I'm getting stuck on cliffs and there's other biters around. Yeah, so it's... getting stuck on trees while the behemoths are running at me is not a great spot to be in. Okay, it was only a big spot. It'd be fine. Yeah, so possibly spreading these things out a bit more, or maybe loading them, or not putting the ammunition in them quite so quickly will have them choose different targets, because if they choose different targets, I'm happier about them spreading around their damage more. Not that I'm really concerned about ammunition conservation. What was that got killed? Was it a bot? It was a bot. Yeah, okay. Fortunately, I have a lot of bots. Yes, we'll get all this ammunition back, and then deletion plan, all that stuff that we care about, and turn the bots back on. And yeah, this is how this particular rampage will look. I think we definitely got rid of everything there, didn't we? Mining productivity is slowly ticking along-ish. I wanted, yeah, you guys get me a bunch of trees, because the thing I wanted is a lot of boxes. Oh no. Do not be picking up all those corpses. I do not care about the corpses. Yeah, picked up a bunch of corpses that I wanted, and then a bunch of shell ore stuff, and, you know, oh well, whatever. Yeah, so this base is also just done. Yeah, and this is the whole driving over corpses thing, is that I'm now trying to pick them up because that's the default behavior of stuff that's on the ground. Except we can't because there's no space, and I've got to make a bunch more turrets and nuclear weapons before... Is this even a base I care about? I think this is too far away for me to care about, isn't it? Like, these ones I think are going to be the next ones. They look like... I mean, they're still not... We're still just going to shoot them a lot. But it's going to be reasonably Do I have... I've still got these boxes. Okay, let's drive through the rest of this, because we're still going to be attempting to pick up a bunch of stuff. There's a decent chance that this attack party over here isn't a pollution attack party, it's like a retaliatory party, and can't even figure out what it wants to attack, because... Let's not put them there, it's a silly place. Yeah, I want to put it outside Roboport repair range, so that if it does get destroyed, I don't waste any bots on trying to repair all this stuff, because this is not valuable stuff for me at the moment. And then yeah, we're gonna make sure we have inventory space, and then just run through here again. And then, yeah, now we're on this side of the wall. So we're going to have to do that little dance again, but it should be fine, because the place we wanted to go, I don't think was all that far away. Yeah, still just handcrafting a bunch of stuff, it's fine. Do I have to get... Oh, I have to run that little gauntlet. There aren't any... Oh, there's one train in the mining at the moment, which is still there, and we did the dodgy run and dodged a different train that I didn't quite see there, but it's fine because we didn't get killed at all, and it's fine. This is all doing what it kind of needs to, which is nice. Power grid is... yeah, sure. Not any kind of thing I need to worry about, apparently, which is... put all these guys back. And then, yeah, let's... car again... And yeah, we've still got thousands of every type of ammunition that we care about. This is going to be... I really want to set up like over here or something. And I don't want to annoy anyone yet, because we can annoy everyone a lot after that. This is also what I have cliff explosives for. That was the least effective way to do that, never mind. Yeah, so let's have it... Where are all these bases? If all these bases, if I'm putting this here, then I can actually go a little more south. Can I go a little more south? I end up in the trees, but I also don't care about that because I've got the deconstruction planner. So yeah, we can put that there. Then we can then have a bunch of landmines around all this stuff. I've just picked up some more wood, which means I can make more boxes for things. And yeah, this setup is still further away than any of these biters care about, even as I'm getting stuck on trees, because that's a good idea. Yep, a lot of that. Load these turrets, which I don't really need, because landmines are... I mean, landmines are going to take care of a lot of stuff, maybe not all of it. That tree is going to annoy me, isn't it? That tree? This tree. Yeah, because I want to put bullets into that turret. And then, yeah, the thing I wanted to try was to load these at different times, wasn't it? So that they would pick different targets. If that's possible at all. Let's see if that's actually... Hopefully they're picking different targets. They're still just shooting a lot of the same stuff, aren't they? Oh no, they're okay. Yeah, we're picking fights in multiple places at the same time. That's cool. That's a good plan. Our bots are... yeah, let's stand out of range of bots putting landmines back, because that guy is kind of lucky. Yeah, that's all pretty fine. Yeah, this is the other reason why these AoE turrets are just like ridiculously good, because if any of these biters are gathering... yeah, no, yeah, they're all picking the same target again. Oh well. If any of these biters are standing on top of worms that are getting shot, then also all of the worms, all of the biters that are attempting to attack me, or at least are gathering to attack me on top of targets my artillery is shooting, continue to just get, you know, have massive issues with things. And some of these guns are getting a bit of action, which is nice. UPS is struggling because we're causing all of this combat, but that's also fine. Not entirely unexpected. And we've got... yeah, so at this point we're going to be able to shell this entire base. Let's watch this big attack come in. Let's see if it gets anything done. I did put all the landmines back, but they're probably still going to have a bad time, because that's generally how that works. Yeah, and this is still with air quotes normal uranium ammo. This is not even the Schall uranium ammo yet. But that's pretty fine. That all got taken care of nicely. Yeah, do I want to put those landmines back? Maybe. Let's go and put these landmines back. Which means basically no effort on my part. We're just going to do that kind of thing. And then we've also apparently got some more of these. So we've built all the turrets now, and now we're making the wooden boxes, which is nice. And those guys are... yeah, that was all turret work. That wasn't landmines because I didn't actually have the landmines there. But at this point, there's going to be corpses on the ground. My dudes are going to be picking up... Fortunately, I've got these boxes. Yeah, my bots are going to be picking up all of these things to put landmines in the place where they used to be. So, you know, that's fine. So, I guess there's like one more mod that I was wondering if we would actually get online. And we might. And that is... This is like rank 4 biters, right? And so the behemoths are rank 4 biters. It goes past 4 now. We've got one of the mods adds extra layers of biters. One of the set of Schall mods means we've got category 5 and 6, and I think it keeps going, and I think there's an upper limit which you can set, but whatever. I don't remember what it is or what I've set it at, and so we are 20% towards seeing the next category of biters past behemoths. Oh, guys attacking from this side. If they come through here... Oh no, bots. What are you doing? Oh no, they are actually... yeah, they were... the bots actually did a good job there and trolled them into attacking through the places that I had landmine coverage. Fine. Yeah. As I was looking at, like, getting... I was watching how I got the rocket online and all of that barely as behemoths arrived, and was wondering whether I was going to get to the next category of biters at all before everything got done. And the answer to that is kind of not really, because we're kind of pollution efficient and everything is kind of working, and mining productivity is not really getting researched at the rate that I'd like, because space science... Oh, yeah, that's going to be that whole rocket fuel issue I just talked about, isn't it? Okay. I guess we could go and do... yeah, the other one we're halfway through is artillery, and then we can go back to mining productivity, but whatever. Don't really care about either of those. Yeah, the other way to get a lot of evolution is with nest kills, which is kind of what the rest of this plan is going to do, isn't it? Well, we've now got... I think we started at 5%, and now we're on 20-ish%. Purely from... I mean, I say purely from the nest kills. It's had a bunch of other... you know, all the pollution we've been putting on the map in the meantime while we've been doing this research. But also... this is mostly nest kill evo at this point. Because... I wonder if this gives us the breakdown. Spawner kills, 20%. So let's come back to that at the end of the episode, which will be the end of the series, and see whether or not 72% pollution, 20% spawner kills is still what the evo is looking like. And it looks like we're picking on the 3rd base now. I wonder if we've got everything done down here that we need to. Those guys will still just path in towards whatever's kind of shooting at them. And it looks like, yeah, there's a bit of this left, yeah. Actually, I didn't have range on the entire bottom, but yeah, so there's a couple of things left. We're still getting... you know, important things are still happening for particularly violent definitions of important. Put all the landmines back. Here's an attack party coming in. Oh, there were also those weird inactive biters just in the middle of stuff. Okay, fine. I wonder if they're inactive partly because of the UPS issues that I'm also having. That would be an interesting call. It would not be entirely surprising. These guys are fine for ammo. Those guys are also fine. Everything getting shelled. These guys pretty disappointed in my behavior, but then again, they'll be fine. I probably picked up a bunch more stuff. Can I get rid of this stuff? Kind of. Have these turrets finished? These turrets look like they've finished, which means I've done everything that was in, and by I've done everything, I mean everything that was in their range is now dead. You guys should probably have ammunition. And then, yeah, that'll be fine. Pick up all of that stuff. Do I still have attack groups swinging in? It doesn't look like I do. Oh, you guys are, yeah, sure. Okay, and then you're going to be bringing me more stuff, aren't you? So let's not have any of the stuff in my inventory so I can pick up all the things I need. Let's have the car ready because, you know, making a fast escape is good. Let's do this in a couple of phases. Let's first pick up all the things that I'm right next to. And then we'll wander over to the other side. And with less transit time, hopefully get all of that faster than we otherwise would. But yeah, the UPS is currently not all the way back, is it? It's still having a bit of an issue with things. We picked up some more stuff, but it's fine, as long as I can get all of that stuff into my inventory. So yeah, this is just driving around. This is like, I don't even need to drag out power connections, or, I mean, if I was doing this further, I would probably worry about all the stuff I'm leaving on the ground, but also I'm not. Here. I hear that I've annoyed some worms. I will send them some care packages. That's all kind of fine. I don't even think I'm... Yeah, apparently I'm not putting landmines down for this one either. It's all just... everything gets blown up. Yeah, all the artillery turrets are still picking the same target. But I'm not even especially concerned about that because the AoE is kind of huge, and then also because I've still got thousands of shots, so it's not a thing I'm concerned about at all. And then I'm apparently attacking the rest of that base. Okay, let's do that differently. Let's see if I can be super cheeky and remove all of this and put it back like here before anyone actually complains about it. And by before anyone complains about it, I mean... no, in fact, the answer is somebody complained about it. I lost about 100 rounds of that. I don't think I lost any bots, maybe? Oh, I lost a bot and a turret. Okay, sure. That is, at this point, a hit I can take. And we'll do some more landmine stuff, because that's fine. And then we're going to need some boxes with... you didn't have... yeah, we're going to need some boxes for junk again, because at this point it's just kind of taking up the inventory. And these guys should clear out... I could have put that closer, couldn't I? I could have moved everything closer. Oh well. And if these guys have stopped, does that mean everything is done? It does look a whole lot like, yeah, that entire base is just dealt with. Okay, sure. In that case, more of the same. Taking ammunition out of turrets, deletion plannering all the stuff, setting up... I even made backup cars, but this is not even a thing that really even needs cars to be... like, I don't even need backup cars at this point. It's just not a concern at all. So I'm not actually doing anything that threatens the car at any point. Where shall we go next? Should we clear out these two bases? They're just starting to get some action. This base over here is the one I've been like looking at for a while. All of these little expansions have come back through here, which is also fine. I mean, they're just absorbing a lot of pollution, but whatever. I think we go... yeah, let's go south. Get the rest of those landmines. Yeah, these guys don't need to exist. And then I'm going to pick up a bunch more stuff as I drive over all of these corpses, but whatever. It's fine. Yeah, and I haven't even done anything with all the nuclear weapons I built. I didn't want to go this way at all. I wanted to go the other way. I wanted to go around to the south so I could position the turrets to be hitting both of those things at the same time. If you can weave through here, this is... not the best place to be driving cars like this. We're still seeing not fantastic UPS. So the theme I'm going to take from that is I should destroy even more nests. Yeah, this is a nice setup, isn't it? This is like multiple nests from multiple directions. We can put this thing like here even, and this is going to get coverage over almost all of those nests, which is pretty fantastic. I like that. A lot of terrible things are going to happen to various weird aliens that probably deserve it, but also kind of don't, because, you know, we do this kind of thing. Who knows which direction they're going to swing in from. Those guys are all going to get shot, aren't they? There weren't actually that many. Oh, some of these were within worm range, but also, yeah, bots want to be off at this point. And yeah, now we just wait for this to do its thing, which is a bit of a shame, because I'd really like it if these chose their targets slightly differently. Like, even if it took, like, how many, is it still shooting this way? Yeah, let's try and see how many. It's only taking like a couple of hits to knock down any particular nest, and then all the other shots are just landing in the space where they were, sometimes killing other bugs that are around. But often just landing on the ground. This is fine, isn't it? I'm out here by myself. I've got no support from my base. I've got weapons that I'm picking up off the ground, or yeah, weapons that I'm putting on the ground myself. Why are you here? You need to not be here. Thanks. Yeah, let's run back over here and turn these spots off, because they're going to try and put back the landmines. But yeah, this is. So I've traded the lack of support from my base for like the quite high mobility of being able to just drive wherever I want, not have to worry about dragging power or oil or anything like that, or lasers, or, I mean, pickup towers still kind of a thing, but whatever. Not doing any of that either. These guys are also all getting stunned, and then maybe that is just the stun duration. Maybe it's also, I mean, it does look a lot like some of these biters aren't getting their attack targets back after they recover from the stun, but that's probably also just the amount of UPS stuff going on at the same time, because I'm kinda annoying people a bit, and every time a biter dies, the game has to figure out how to drop stuff on the ground, which is always like it's one of the extra sources of UPS when a lot of things are dying. And I think there's something about, yeah, when there's a lot of stuff on the ground like this, it has to spread out, and so there's extra UPS spent on figuring out where it can drop that stuff on the ground. So I think the pickup towers in a way kind of help with the UPS. Also, this kind of stuff here is going to be, I put all the landmines, I didn't put all the landmines back, but I put probably enough landmines back. And yeah, these guys running in, they're getting stunned, and then in the stun the turrets are also shooting them. So all of that is, you know, pretty fine. Let's put all these landmines back and hope that those guys, yeah, those guys aren't running at me, it's fine. Turn the bots off again, get rid of, they didn't actually bring me all that much trash this time, this is nice. I guess let's throw down the car and go for a little bit of a drive and see how much there still is for these turrets to do, because those, like, is this base, oh yeah, there's a bit left. There we go, now there's less left. Okay. More landmines here, because this is a spot where they're coming through, because that's how the cliffs work, which is kind of nice. And probably take landmines over to the other side as well. Probably picked up a lot of stuff, and yeah, all of this. I don't want any of that in my inventory, but thanks. yeah, these guys turning up. Let's throw a grenade in there, because these grenades still do quite a bit of damage, right? Especially when there are so many biters so close together. I'm pretty sure that did a fair amount of damage. Especially, yeah, with all the biters so close together, and also this being a nice spot with the cliffs, that means that I didn't have to worry about destroying my own landmines with the grenades I was throwing out, which is always, like, a little bit less fun. Yeah, so with these, oh, these guys as well, these, like, kind of stragglers, oh, they're still, maybe it is just the landmine stun, who knows. Yeah, I want to turn back on these bots to put all these landmines back before any other group arrives, and then there's all this, yeah, junk on the ground that I just don't have a use for at this point. I mean, I still need... Oh, let's not go that way, guys. I still need all the stuff for the brains and the research on that kind of faff, but it's also just not a deal at this point. And if I really wanted to, I could just go around and pick all the stuff off the ground. And the point is, I don't actually care that much. Was there a dude? I don't think there's a dude in here. Let's put all the landmines back again. So we've climbed to 32% evolution, and I'm pretty sure the base wasn't polluting that much, and this was all nest kill evo, and so that seems to be working. We might get to see the next size of biters above behemoths, but this is nearly done. The base is done. There's a couple of biters standing around who always have a bit of difficulty trying to figure out how to shoot a car that's moving reasonably quickly and turning. This base is probably also done. This base is also done. I mean, this base was almost big enough to spend one of the nukes on, but we've also, like, we know what that looks like. That's a thing. Driving into a cliffs could have been a bad idea if I was actually getting attacked by more stuff. Fortunately, it's fine. Landmines and guns taking care of everything. Yeah, let's just hang out here for a bit, put those landmines back before those other guys arrive. And, yeah. Like, the thing about this is, none of this actually took the artillery research. Now, what is that? Okay, sure. Yeah, all of this is, like, artillery pieces I could have set up just on blue science if I had so desired it, which is also one of the reasons why I didn't do that, because this is incredibly effective, and at a point in the tech tree where it doesn't really need to be. I think this is like, I noticed this with a couple of other mods as well, that there was stuff in the mod at a tech level that was kind of, that if you were playing through the entire mod, you got things much earlier than you really needed, but in a way that suggests that this is all done now, isn't it? Yeah, leaving up the turrets, but whatever. Yeah, in a way that suggests that a normal thing that happens is people play through the base game and then look at what other techs the mod is offering, and do got a kind of deletion plan all this, don't I? Yeah, look at all the techs that a mod is offering after having done all the vanilla stuff, and so this fireball artillery turret thing, even though it's a blue tech, people might be thinking about it after having done all the vanilla techs, and at that point, like, this is still a kind of reasonable thing to be able to do. I wonder if I could just run in and shotgun those guys. Yeah, there's not too many of them. Oh yeah, behemoths. Behemoths are going to be a bit of a thing, aren't they? Okay. Turrets. Yeah, that's a whole lot easier. Okay, so maybe we can't quite turret push those guys, but we can still just run in and... I mean, we can't shotgun push them, but we can absolutely just turret push them. And that went super quickly, and was also the new upgraded Necromant uranium... Yeah, these uranium things called behemoth ammo, which I'm using to kill behemoths, and then I will use to kill things beyond behemoths. So that's fine. Let's find... Do I want to... Yeah, we'll take out the space as well. I was wondering whether or not I wanted to just prioritize getting the Evo up as much as possible to try and find the next size of behemoth biter. That's apparently a bit too close. This is going to be fine though. Or whether we just instead just try and just do a complete purge, and the answer based on me shooting this base instead of going to a larger base is that we are in fact going for a complete purge, which is also, you know, on theme with the way this how the stuff works out. These guys are done. I think there might be some more guys behind. This is no, I thought there were going to be more mobs trailing in, but they were in fact not. I want to look quickly at how much more ammunition do I have. I've got another 2,500 ammunition of this kind. This chest is filled with 48,000 artillery, yeah, big AoE artillery shells. So I'm not going to be short of the ability to blow a lot of stuff up. Where are we going next? We're going in here to try and shoot all of these three things at the same time. And yeah, this is stuff lying around on the ground. I don't want to even go that way at all, do I? I want to go over here. Not through that forest. But yeah, how long? 34. Yeah, but the way that the evolution scales kind of logarithmically means that we're going to have to work harder and harder to get out to find the larger sizes of biters that we want to, which is going to be a little bit of a shame, but whatever. Should be able to set up like here-ish, I reckon, and get most of those three bases, or at least, you know, a decent chunk of those three bases. Let's put it there. Is that going to... It's going to get nearly all of it. But there's going to be a couple of bases over here. Whatever. Yeah, we'll do this. And this stuff. And then... Oh yeah. Let's have some landmines as well. I don't think I'm too close to be... No, though, me putting those landmines down didn't specifically annoy anyone else. Let's have some of these guys. Oh, I've run out of normal uranium ammo. Okay. Special uranium ammo it is. And I should be turning off the bots, because otherwise they're going to go run out into like active combat areas, and I don't really want to do that. Are those guys done? No, their base is not yet done. Okay, fine. Let's just like make this a little bit faster. Where's the range? There's the range. And cull's kind of also because I wanted to see what that did to the UPS, where I figured out what to do with all the stuff arriving on the ground. And the answer is, it was a bit of a UPS hit. Yeah, that's fine. These guys are also fine. Someone shot at a turret, which is, I mean, the corners are always the weakest point. It doesn't help that these guys are arriving directly on the corners as well. But yeah, we're going to wander over here. We're going to turn the bots back on briefly, repair the turret, put all the landmines back, and yeah, turn the bots back off again. Actually, we can have bots on over here to put these landmines back. Very much in. I was kind of hoping this would be a chill run with all of the tech going slowly and needing to do a lot of builds and a lot of research and stuff like that, and as it turned out, it ended up a chill run because we can just have everyone else shoot everything for me and not actually worry about having to do any actual combat myself at this point. Oh, these guys are turning up. They might be running directly at me because players are kind of high priority targets. So yeah, we got some nuke done. We got, oh, these are the two bases that are slightly outside of turret range, aren't they? But we got one of them anyway because it was within the AoE range of a thing that we could shoot. And then there's one more base that's a little bit out of my range. Let's not leave the car in a place. These guys down here are probably done at this point, aren't they? Yeah, they're done. And then these guys are swinging in. And then these guys are probably still angry. I mean, I did shoot up a lot of their friends. They're probably still angry. Bots on. Yeah, picking up a bit of junk. Okay. I kind of want to move. Oh yeah. Okay, so you guys are putting back some of the things. Oh well, never mind. All of that. Thanks. It's not going to work, is it? Because I wanted to put a small number of these things down just to deal with the other guys running at me. Like over here is probably going to be space. But they're also not protected at the moment, so yeah, and I don't have vision on the thing, so I can't actually tell if. But we're just going to assume that that worked. And maybe some dudes are running at me, and I'm still just going to unpack the rest of this, because, you know, why not? Let's do this thing where we try and work on the bits that are closest first. Could be doing this from the car. Deletion planner stuff. Yeah. So are we... Did we actually kill all the things over here? Yes is the answer to that. So maybe we also just AoE'd... Maybe we also AoE'd all of the kind of the biters that were around there trying to form attack groups as we shot the nest, which is also a circumstance I'm completely fine with. There's not much to do here, but we're going to do this anyway. It's like kind of the wrong direction, but doesn't matter. All of that. Some of that. There's like probably... I was going to say there's so little here it kind of doesn't matter. I wasn't thinking about the range extending down here, but it doesn't look like there's anything there. Okay, there is actually something down there. Okay, in that case, we probably need to, like, set this up again differently. Yeah. And we're out. Like, that biter, I don't even think they matter. Let's actually just check whether or not I got all of the nests up here. In fact, I didn't get all of the nests up here. That's a bit of a shame. Okay. Spitters are fine because they don't have a whole lot of damage resistance. They just got a bunch of HP. I also didn't bring the rockets with me. Or at least I don't think I brought all that many rockets with me. It's fine. That's normal, isn't it? Killing a base with a shotgun yourself after you've got artillery. It's a normal way of doing things. Okay, so apparently there was something over here that I was shooting at. So let's go figure out what it was and how much more I need to shoot it. I definitely saw shells going in this direction. But it wasn't there because I was set up over here. Maybe it was that thing? Is that actually a thing? Are these bots or walls? They're walls. I don't think I care. Yeah, it's gonna be shooting at that worm, wasn't it? Yeah. Things I don't care about. Okay, so do we... I was gonna ask if we were gonna drive off in this direction and find some more bases to shoot, and the answer to that is definitely yes, because I've already done that. And this is a decently sized base. We're gonna set this up. We're gonna throw this thing here, and we're gonna give these guys some ammo, and we're going to give these guys some ammo, and then we're going to give these guys some ammo, and then we're going to drop a nuke in. Did that actually get away? I'm not actually sure if I got the nuke away. I don't think I did. I think I still have 9 nukes. I think I previously had 9 nukes as well. So that didn't actually work. There we go. That got the nuke away. I haven't set up landmines yet. I should do that. Yeah, bots. Yeah, so the reason I'm dancing here at this point is because the dudes will always have priority over shooting me instead of shooting... if I'm around, I think there's some cases where landmines, if you put landmines down, then the landmines will have priority over me. But me being here meant that no one was attacking these turrets, which is the plan in that case. Yeah, these guys are swinging in. I'm going to clear out a lot of that base. We're going to get a bit more evo, which is nice. These guys are all getting stunned and exploded. Yeah, that's all just AoE stuns doing things. Turn the bots back on. Pick up. Yeah, put all of the landmines back where they need to be. Have some more down here, even though I don't really need them. There we go, landmines. Yeah, some of these turrets doing work, a lot of it getting done by the landmines. These guys are also just going to be landmines. Yeah, there's probably not that much of that base yet left either, just with a lot of nukes doing work. I do like the way that I've got really quite a large Coverix setup, although I don't have enough stuff going into it at the moment. Well, this is all Coverix, isn't it? Yeah, quite a large Coverix setup, and all of this as well, and it's still not delivering me a huge number of nukes. Like, I've made 2 more nukes. I've made nuclear material for maybe 1 more nuke in the time that I've been in, like, the hour or so. About an hour? Yeah, about an hour in the time that we've been out here doing this. And I like that even with Coverix, this mod makes nukes significantly more expensive to a point that you don't just, like, drive around shooting them at everything. Are we done, guys? Looks like these guys have in fact finished. So let's start to pack this up. Bots on, please, and then also get rid of all of the ghosts, I guess. But not all of the landmines yet, because we want to be slightly more efficient about how we're letting bots path when that happens. And yeah, I've got so much stuff. Things that I don't want. And then, yes, that's a couple of full boxes. Hitting a rock, that's always, in the middle of combat, an excellent way to get yourself killed. Fortunately, we've already killed everything else first. And yeah, we're back up to 60 UPS now, which probably means that clearing all of these dudes out of the clouds that I was polluting. Yeah, we've got like a couple of worms there, but I don't care about that. We've got more stuff over here, which I reckon is going to be worth a bit of a kick. So let's set this up. If I'm out of worm range here, then these guys should be out of worm range, in theory. Which means that can all go there, and then all of these guys can have all the things. And then, if you guys can just get rid of those worms, good. Then, I can't actually put landmines down yet, because these guys are all kind of trickling in. This is probably fine, or bots. I mean, I've also got more bots than I need. I've got, you know, close to 180 bots or so. This is all kind of fine. We're just going to shell out the space as well. A couple more landmines. Bots getting everyone's attention. Was that me losing bots? No, it's me losing landmines. I don't even care about landmines. I've got thousands of landmines. I don't even think I'm making landmines anymore. I think this is still just the initial cache of all of the landmines that I made. And we got, I was going to say we got a decent sized attack. It's kind of a decent sized attack, isn't it? It's not really what we'd look at and go, yes, that's a nice retaliatory attack that we might be concerned about. It's still straight up just, yeah, I'll just stand around, I'll put some landmines back afterwards. It's all fine, things are all fine here, thanks. I don't know if... I was about to say, I don't know if Fireball shells grant map visibility the way that normal artillery shells do, but it looks like they pretty much don't, because, you know, we didn't get map visibility there. We didn't see what we were shelling, so that's that's not a direction I was expecting to go. There's another base up here, so I guess we're going to have to deal with that as well, which is also fine. Let's go and see how big this thing is. If I'm being attacked from that direction, let's also have landmines like here. And then let's have bots. There aren't many landmines. Yeah, I lost more landmines than I put back there at that point. Oh well. So let's go and check if all the rest of this is done, because I suspect that it is. Yeah, all of that looks... Oh, there's, I'm shelling something else over here as well. Okay. Yeah, this is... No, I'm far enough away for them to not aggro on me, except there's also a cliff here, so... We're still on the cliff, but other than that, yeah, we're also fine. And then up here there was a little base that's actually the corner of a larger base. So do I care about that at all? And I think that is yes. Yeah, these guys are going to be annoyed with me, aren't they? Oh well. Okay. Time to start packing things up again. Starting with these landmines and turning bots on. Get all this stuff. Get these guys back. Yeah, that was not particularly well done, but it's fine. We can stand over here. I don't think I... Yeah, there we go. That would have cost me a lot of bot journeys. I should be in the car for this because we're about to leave. The Legion plan, all of that. I don't even have to worry about junk in my inventory at the moment, which is nice. I am putting bullets in the car though, aren't I? Why am I putting bullets in the car? I didn't unload any of those turrets. That would be why it was taking ages. And put more bullets in the car. Didn't I have... Oh yeah, nuclear weapons stacked to 10. That was why I was expecting to have made more than the 2 that I've used in the other 8 are still on the launcher, but that's because they're actually still in my inventory. What are you doing? Get back here. Yeah, let's just go and throw down the turret somewhere. Throw down the turret blueprint in a place where it's probably going to shoot a lot of things, but we don't actually know because we haven't even explored the map yet. That's how... Where is this going to... I want you to put down... Oh, interesting. I was not expecting this to block itself. That's weird. Okay, sure. And we're kind of low on green ammo at the moment, so I guess you get green ammo, and then even better green ammo is what's going to get loaded on the other side. I guess this is kind of going to be a thing with more behemoths turning up, but also whatever. We are sending definitely more notes than we are receiving at this point. Gonna need some landmines over here. I'm going to turn the bots off. Landmines over here. Probably there are some landmines that are going to be necessary over here. I don't actually know what bases are around here, which is kind of the point. We're just going to get a lot of guys angry, and we will scout via just checking which way we shoot our shells. So there's definitely bases. Yeah, we knew that base was there. And there's also a base in the other direction. This guy is behemoth ceramics better, which means this guy is immune to... Oh, there's still a nest there. Okay, fine. I was kind of hoping it would be done. It was not. But we are shooting something to the north, so I guess we explore that further later, after we put back a couple of landmines. Okay, so now that nest to the northeast is definitely done, right? That actually took more shots than I was expecting, though. Maybe they were... Oh, there's even more stuff there. Okay. It's probably still within range, though, right? Well, it's just within range. It's within range for at least one of these guys. And there's stuff to the south as well? I guess, yeah, okay. I guess we did see that. Sure. These guys are rolling in. It appears that we are done with shooting artillery from this position. So let's get some of this stuff back and start to pack up some of it. Bots on. Because I'm still... Yeah, we've got... these guys might path in here. They might actually path in down here, wouldn't they? Also, let's not get rid of these two, and let's actually make sure that the turrets have ammo. And let's stand over here. Yeah, there's fewer purely safe spaces at the moment, aren't there? But I'm sure it's fine. It looks pretty fine now. Dealing with the last of those stragglers. Can I just delete and plan the rest of this now? Looks like it. Take the stuff out of the turrets. And we're probably safe here. Yeah, because a car is a nice, safe, reliable way to move through a forest easily, isn't it? So we're 40% of the way to the next tier of biters. I don't really... I want to go and push these guys. Actually, let's curl around here and see if we can find other nests through there that are large and nice and juicy, and we can use them to, you know, farm Evo a bit. I wonder if this base is... Oh, this is a nice big base. This is a base that will do kind of what we want. And by that I mean explode and be angry at us. That is how things should work at this point. Yep, sure. I don't know if I can actually get... I think if I have landmines over here, some of these are going to be, yeah, within worm range, which is a bit of a shame. Bots off. Yeah, so I kind of need to shell, but I am shelling them now. So those worms are dead, so I can definitely put, other than the fact that there's a bunch of guys running at me, any of those landmines that last until now will now be like successfully placed landmines. So that's fine. Yeah, I'm sure it'll work. Oh, they did the thing where they lost their target because the landmine they were trying to hit was destroyed and or went invisible. Yeah, this is pretty fine. That's pretty fine. This is pretty fine. Yeah, I think we're just gonna like start here, work our way back through here, and then when we get to this wall, we will declare all of this complete and successful, because it's already, I mean, it looks pretty successful, doesn't it? Let's have bots put some of these landmines back. I mean, it's a reasonably, I say a reasonably effective way of pushing things out of our cloud. Thing is, I guess when things set on, fire causes pollution as well, so that's not really a thing I thought about, but sure. Yeah, this cloud is going wild at the moment, isn't it? Because we've got the 5% pollution dispersal, and then we've just got all of this stuff just spreading, which was kind of always going to be what was happening. Yeah. This is, we could if we wanted to work our way around this entire perimeter just doing this, because this is, well, these guys ran out of landmines. Just put them all back, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty effective. I don't see us having, even with the larger, I don't see this being a problem with larger behemoths turning up either, because we've still got stuns and then a ton of turret damage coming out. I would like to know what I'm shooting though, so maybe we just go and do a little scout thing again. That was more than I wanted, whatever. Oh yeah, here's some dudes. I should maybe not attempt to scout into the path of the dudes who are going to be quite good at killing me. And yeah, okay, yeah. Biters say no to me going for a scout at the moment. Oh well. I guess as long as I'm still... these ones are no longer shooting. Oh no, they are still shooting things. I was wondering if I could figure out that I was down to the sort of the last nest or two by the fact that only one of the a few of the things had range. But no, they're all still shooting. They're all still getting work done. I'm trying to figure out where cliffs are. It's still going to be... Okay, so that actually might be all of it. There's another nest over here, which I happen to just not have range on. That's quite the coincidence. But I'll take it, because I didn't really want to go in that direction anyway. I wanted to go further towards the right and meet up with the other position that I already have. Okay, I'm doing more of this stuff, doing more of this stuff, doing more of this stuff. Oh yeah, bots. Are dudes coming at me? They're probably not. This is definitely easier than all the time I spent doing not landmine pushers, dragging out laser turrets and pickup towers and all that kind of faff. I think this is probably slower, but also not... Like, it's not slower... Other way around. It's slower than when I was pushing with the laser turrets and the rockets, I think. Although these are larger bases than I'd be able to push that way anyway. But also... This is a whole lot less stressful. This is just driving around, like, here's a base, here's two bases, that's cool. I was hoping I would find two bases because, not even there, just thing on the hotbar. Do this. Do I want to move to something that has all the turrets the whole way? I think maybe I do. So let's get rid of this thing. And then, I'm stuck in the middle of it, sure. Yeah, put some ammo in some turrets. These ones can have green, and these ones can have other green. And then line some of these things up, and I actually reckon, based on the size of this thing, yeah, some of that looks like it's going to be big enough to make a nuclear explosion worthwhile. And these guys are just... Yeah, I should have put landmines. This is the thing I forgot to do again, which is fine. Turn off the bots, other things I forgot to do again. Oh, some of these... What are you doing? Don't even know if that was a behemoth biter. That might have just been a big biter. It seemed to die pretty easily. And this seems to be the place that these guys are getting to, so that's where we'll put a bunch of these things down. There's a decent chance that I'll see a bunch of mediums here, because this isn't a base I've ever been to, so old biters might still be here, but then again, this is also a base that I've only just scouted, so maybe all of these biters have just been spawned as I've been in this area. Yeah, you went away from... It's all pretty safe, really. Even these guys. Like, this guy's going to try and run at me and hit a landmine and explode. So that's fine. And those guys all hit the landmines and exploded, and then these guys have hit the landmines and exploded, and I've got... I mean, I say I've only got 800 landmines left. That's in addition to the 700 that are currently on the ground. So it's mostly pretty fine, probably. Yeah, this is kind of normal mobile artillery behavior, isn't it? It's actually pretty close to the book version of Starship Troopers, if not being anything like the film version of Starship Troopers. Because this is not... This kind of one person runs out, throws down a bunch of artillery turrets kind of nonsense didn't really happen in the film. The film, the mobile infantry were more about, like, here's a parody of fascism, and also here's just a bunch of regular people getting spiked because it's funny. Yeah, still shooting some of those guys, doing quite a lot of damage there. all these guys are hurting my UPS. I'm definitely still annoying a lot of bugs because they're doing a lot of UPS trying to figure out, I guess, where stuff goes on the ground and how they're going to path in, and yeah, that's not a place I want my bots to be. Silly bots. I mean, also silly me for just being there and turning them back on again, but you know, whatever. Okay, now we can put all these landmines back. Oh no, there's still stunned dudes there, which is, you know, funny. Possibly several of these bases were large enough to justify a nuclear weapon. Oh well. Didn't really need to. This is still fine. I don't even remember how many of these fireball powder shots I left the base with. Was it must have been more than 15,000. Must have been like 20,000 or something. Like, I must have used a decent number of these things already. Let's not stand on the side next to where the biters are, because they still might spit at me, and I might just ignore it and die in my negligence. That's a thing that is absolutely a way that I get killed a bunch. Is being in the point where I don't really need to think about it and things arriving and surprising me and me being, oh, I guess I should have been, like, you know, dodging stuff instead of paying attention to where things were getting shot. Yeah, turn off the bots again. What are you guys doing? Run at me. There you go. Oh, someone got a shot in a turret. That's pretty exciting for you guys. That's a big milestone. And then you all died, which is what was going to happen next anyway. Putting all the landmines back. Also, I have used a decent number of landmines at this point. Probably we'll have enough defense to push that thing back. I mean, I just also guess it means I don't throw another 900 landmines down. I just, like, am slightly more careful about how and where they go. Yeah, I'm again going to try and do this thing where I want to see how much more of these bases are to push, but also yeah, this is the bit where it's really hard to see where exactly rocks and trees and cliffs and bodies are and stuff like that. So that almost looked like it was, yeah, exactly those cliffs. That was a cliff I knew was there as well because I put landmines around it previously. Is there much of this base left? Is there any amount of this base that I care about? There's kind of another base above that, but only a little one. I think we're still going to go to the east. We're going to link up with the other wall, and we're going to push a vast amount of stuff out of our territory, and now I think it's time to just hit a cliff again. I remember that was the thing. Turn these guys back on again. Get all this stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have to, because there's ghosts in here as well. That'll get rid of all the ghosts first. I want to be picking up the ammunition myself because I'm much faster at that than bots are. And then I guess we kind of stand around here. I mean, let's do the same kind of car thing, right? Let's also check whether or not, and we do, until there's probably, yeah, these things will stack to a lot. The other thing I don't know, which is we're probably never going to find out, at least not in this run, is whether or not the category 4 Schallbiters drop the behemoth corpses of Necromant, or whether they, like, whether the larger biters just continue to be regarded as behemoths for Necromant drop purposes. I'm pretty sure for Schall drop purposes they drop different collections of ore and resources and stuff like that, and there's kind of a distribution and a number of how much stuff you get out of it. But I don't know how that interacts with the non-Schall mod set, basically. You guys are, yeah, when I did give you all those to do, aren't they? That, why is, I don't know why my cursor is different all of a sudden. Oh well. It's probably fine. I'm used to it being an arrow. It's another thing that I suspect that I don't care about. Can I get rid of the stone and not... I mean, I don't really need the fish. We're going to get rid of all that stuff, and we're going to continue working our way back down. How much of this base is... Did I finish shelling that base? I kind of finished shelling that base, but there was another base. Okay, so we can just set up here again. This one doesn't look like there's... Oh, there's a bit on the right-hand side. In that case, I should probably landmine this stuff up. Because we might actually get some decent attacks in from that side. Yeah, it's kind of big, isn't it? Let's see if we can get stuck on trees, because that's a great play. No, it's not actually big enough to make that worthwhile, is it? We'll just go back to... so this side is also just done. So we don't need any of those things. Pretty sure that's all done. Yeah, update the chunks on the map, and it looks very done. And also, oh, there was always this worm that I'd skipped when I was going past the other side that we're now revisiting. This is going to be... Actually, after I hit this one, oh, my cursor's back to the arrow I was expecting. Sure, fine. After I've taken out these nests, it looks like another setup here will be able to get... Maybe this actually the stuff here as well. But yeah, I'll be able to get nearly everything I expected / wanted to from just one more position, which will be nice. These guys are still running at me. Let's throw them a grenade. Here we go. Explosives still pretty effective. Okay, let's... I mean, this stuff definitely can be packed up. Except I have the bots off. I have the bots off because I'm kind of within the range of the landmine ghosts, aren't I? Yes, that's all that done. Give me these guys. Unpack all of this stuff. Turn the bots back on so they actually do that. And... yeah, we're going to have probably 1 or 2 more positions to deploy and hold. And then, oh, what I should have done, what I really should have done, was check the spawner kills at the beginning of the episode, and then be able to come back later and check the spawner kills again later, just to see exactly how much of that we'd all done. And this is, yeah, these guys... Where's my turrets? Here's my turrets. Behemoth ammo, pretty good as it turns out. Oh yeah, that got everyone excited, didn't it? Oh well, let's just set this up here. This is going to be fine, isn't it? If we throw this here, do we get... I get range on almost all of this, but then definitely these 2 guys that I wanted to deal with. So we'll deal with this. We'll do this like this for a bit. You've got everything you need. You need some of these. Was that even... Oh, there are a couple of nests left. Yeah, okay, so this does actually want some kind of landmine coverage, like so, I guess. Negligence phase. Yeah, these guys are... Oh, so this side... Okay, so there's a couple of worms back here. They're not going to be any kind of problem. I do have range on the things on this side as well, so we'll just like put a couple of things there and a couple of things there, and it'll be fine. We can ignore it and stand over here and just like watch my dudes do everything they need to. Actually, this is definitely going to be another place where we'll drop a car around and have a bit of a drive around and just like, yeah. How much of this is left? It's already done. That's the last one there. This base is also completely done, so that there's this one other last base that is just over this little land bridge that I, in theory, have to deal with. And that's a way we can do that. I mean, that was mostly because I was impatient rather than because that actually needed the kind of treatment it got. Yeah, okay, sure, you guys are gonna help me pack all of this up now. Oh, and I walked in within range of some other landmine ghosts as well, didn't I? Oh well. Okay, grab all this stuff again. Do I have... yeah, I started with 5 cars, didn't I? This is... I haven't left a car on the map anywhere, that's just where that's going. And yeah, we've taken a bunch of... I mean, we haven't really taken a bunch of territory, we haven't actually walled in anything, or even cared about which resources were present, or anything like that. We've just kicked a bunch of dudes and been fine with it. Yeah, this is the last of the stuff to pick up. Had a decent purge, I guess. What are you guys all doing? Hurry up. Yeah, so now this wall, which is still complaining about receiving attacks, and probably will, because there's almost certainly another base up this way that I'm also polluting over the water. Not a very big base, that's a little bit disappointing. We want to find something that's worth setting up for. Kind of like that, I guess? Sure. Tree trunk in the way. I don't want to stop for tree trunks. Yeah, this is gonna be, and this is gonna be, you know, pretty much where we leave a thing, because this all looks like this at this point. I have all the territory I want. Those guys get to go away. I should turn off the bots so that these guys who run in and destroy the landmines, I don't need to worry about them. I must have some more landmines over here. So yeah, I think that's gonna be more or less the season of stuff. This is basically creative mode at this point, which is like there's fewer things to juggle at that point and fewer difficult decisions for me to make. So I think we're gonna just call this, like, this definitely looks like map dominance, doesn't it? Cleared out all that space, cleared this space as well. Yeah. Quietly shelling a base, because am I exploring? Yeah, then there's almost certainly a base in, there's definitely something over there. There's going to be something over here that I'm probably shelling as well. So yeah, well, yeah, bad day for biters. And yeah, we'll call the season here, because this is all just, I can do whatever I want at this point, and no longer care about the biters. Haven't got all the way to the category 4 behemoths, but we have bumped the spawner kills Evo contribution from 20% to 34%, which is, you know, that's, I don't know if that means that I've killed as many nests in this episode as I have for the entire rest of the series, but because of how all the Evo scaling and the pollution continuing, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we got some stuff done. There's some biters over the other side as well, and yeah, like all of the biters and nests in this region, I think that means this series is also over. So yeah. Good times. These guys are still trying, but you know, it's not going to make any kind of difference. That's how it goes. There's a little bit of a gap in here. I wonder if anyone will find it. No, they did not find it. I mean, I think also the landmines will trigger on that kind of range and hit everything anyway. But yeah, it's fine. Things are pretty normal here. Sure.